In a revealing interview published by The Guardian in 2018, Lisa Brennan-Jobs, the daughter of the legendary Apple Incorporated co-founder, Steve Jobs, delved into the intricate and emotionally charged relationship she shared with her father. This interview served as a precursor to her memoir, in which she opened up about the complex dynamics that shaped her interactions with him, especially in the context of his initial denial of paternity, which led to a state-mandated DNA test. The emotional landscape of Lisa's relationship with her father is marked by poignant moments that offered glimpses into the challenges they faced. One particularly heart-wrenching episode was when she asked her father if she was an ugly baby. This question arose from an incident where Steve Jobs seemed disinterested in her baby photo albums, highlighting the emotional distance that often characterized their interactions. The state-mandated DNA test, aimed at confirming paternity, did little to alter Steve Jobs' stance on their relationship. In fact, in a surprising statement made to a Time magazine journalist back in 1982, Jobs remarked that 28% of the male population of the United States could be the father. This assertion, although startling, underlines the complexity of their connection. Lisa also shed light on her father's reluctance to provide for her, even as she grew older. At the tender age of 9, when she inquired about inheriting his Porsche, Steve Jobs unequivocally stated, "You're not getting anything. You understand? Nothing. You're getting nothing." This financial indifference persisted into her teenage years, with Jobs hesitating to repair the heating in her room or fix the dishwasher when she lived with him. Even her college education expenses at Harvard were initially met with resistance until affluent neighbors stepped in, and he reluctantly reimbursed them much later. Jobs set strict guidelines for Lisa to be recognized as part of his family, including curfews, limitations on her interactions with her mother, and an expectation of unquestioning obedience. A poignant restaurant scene vividly illustrated the strained father-daughter relationship, with Jobs harshly criticizing Lisa's teenage cousin for her choice of food, saying, "Have you ever thought about how awful your voice is? Please stop talking in that awful voice." Reflecting on their past, Lisa acknowledged that her longing for a conventional father-daughter relationship might have been somewhat naive. She realized that her father's engagement with her and her mother often seemed to coincide with his professional success at Apple. In her words, when he wasn't doing well at work, he'd come find us, his heart would open enough to allow us in. So in a way it felt like we were in competition, not necessarily with his work, but with the mindset that veered away from family. Being perceived as a hindrance to the work everyone adored was not pleasant. Lisa's emotional turmoil didn't stem from any resentment toward her father's achievements. Instead, she yearned for his affection and a semblance of normalcy in their relationship. She longed for simple parental interactions, such as asking, "Well, how was your day?" and receiving attentive listening, which seemed like an unattainable dream. Given Steve Jobs' stature and the admiration he received, it was challenging for him to create a nurturing space for her. Lisa also touched upon a sense of envy she felt towards her 3 half-siblings, who came into the world during her teenage years. She wondered if her father was more conventional in his approach with them, although she remained uncertain about the extent of his presence in their lives compared to hers. In the biography by Walter Isaacson, published shortly after Steve Jobs' passing in 2011, Jobs himself acknowledged his absence in his children's lives. He expressed the desire for his kids to understand him, despite his limited presence. Through Lisa's memoir and her candid interview, a deeply complex tapestry of emotions and experiences unfolds, shedding light on the profound impact of Steve Jobs' ambition and intricate personality on his familial relationships.